Yeah, Paul, this is one of these situations where I think a lot of people were hearing a lot of different things about how this negotiation would play out. You'll recall a few weeks ago, I had a couple of agents tell me they expected the Jets to want to see one more year before they committed
Hmm.
to Sauce. Obviously, this went a different direction. Obviously, he's now the highest paid cornerback in the sport. The guaranteed money just obliterates the rest of the market. I think that Sauce Gardner is one of these players where he's a homegrown talent. He's obviously one of the premier players on a defense for a franchise that wants to win by playing dominant defensive football, by playing Aaron Glenn's style, Aaron Glenn's scheme. I spoke to an executive inside the Jets building who told me that there's a lot of excitement and a lot of optimism about both of these deals, but both need to take a step up, both Garrett Wilson and especially Sauce Gardner, from a leadership and delivering wins perspective. That's the feeling inside the building. Now, just me, having conversations around the league, just me observing this Sauce Gardner contract. Again, it's a departure from the Jets' old way of doing things, right? This isn't Mike Tannenbaum pulling off on the side of the road outside of Hofstra trying to button up the details of Darrelle Revis's contract in mid-August, right? This was them jumping ahead, committing to a player, and even though the numbers might be gaudy, even though Sauce Gardner's never had, more than two interceptions in his career, they're betting on projection here. They're betting on the talent continuing to ascend, but more so, it's a message to the rest of that locker room. It's a message to the rest of the players in that building that if you deliver for us, we're going to take care of you. You don't have to go and get paid by the New York Giants. We're not going to trade you away for your second contract. You're not going to have to wind up getting your second deal with the Seattle Seahawks. If you deliver for the Jets, we're going to deliver for you. And again, similar to Garrett Wilson, when you can get this deal done today and you start to look at the cap in 2027, 2028, and 2029, where the Jets are and where it's projected to rise to, this is the investment in the future and the culture of Aaron Glenn's Jets and attracting new players to want to come and play here at a day that it's going to pay dividends down the road where it doesn't hurt you as much down the line as you might feel the pinch this year.
And let me follow up on that. You had that source that essentially from the Jets building. It's almost like these contracts are a challenge, quite frankly. Not a direct quote, paraphrasing here, that it's sort of a challenge to Sauce Garrett. Like, hey, you guys have been pretty good. We're not paying you for what you did yesterday. We're paying for you for what we believe you can do tomorrow. A challenge to the leadership and both production on the field. I'm curious if you can expound upon that a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where you start to look around at the offense. I'm not